Week 7 Biographic Timeline by Saul Vázquez Moreno. I was born on Friday, August 11, 2006, in the Guadalupano Hospital in Teixutlán. Before that, I spent 9 months in my mother's well-being. Days later, when the doctor believed it was correct, I was able to see my house for the first time, and in it my brothers. I remember that in 2009, I started my preschool studies in Caldoquitepec. During this time, I had a lot of fun. I remember that I always came with my brothers, but they came in early, and as soon as I came and I fell asleep. There I learned to read, I learned the colors, I learned to hold a pencil and other things. I also fell in love there for the first time. After that I started studying primary school. At the beginning I studied on Tlatlauquitepec, but in 2014 my parents moved me to Teixutlán to continue studying in third grade. This was very fast and very confusing change for me, so in the first and second years I learned to write with normal letters, and in the other school they wanted me to write with cursive letters. I think this was the change that had repercussions until now. At the beginning I used the normal type, then they made me learn another type even when I already wrote well. Even though for 8 years they asked me to adopt that type, but I never made that adapt. Now I use the normal type, but with the crossing now I do not write as well as child. But removing that detail has also had a lot of fun during elementary school. I made new friends and new materials. Later in 2018, I started high school at the same school. It was a very good season because I met friends from my preschool. My grades didn't drop below A, and after a long time I fell in love again. But there I also discovered that sometimes you can love someone with all your might, but that someone doesn't love you, and you can't do anything but let go. But as they say, it was good while it lasted, because when I was in second grade the world collapsed with a pandemic of COVID-19 that whole lasts until today. At the beginning it was only said that it was like a timeout, that it would not that more that month. Later it was said that it would be solved for the following months, but this continued for 2 years. During this time I started in my house, unless that it was necessary to go out, but what I really wanted was to go out and see everyone again somewhere other than a computer. At this time I feel a little bad since I felt that it was from my family, nobody cared about it. I also had to say goodbye to very important people in my life. Although as everything has good and bad things, some of good things is that I discovered many things that became my favorites. I discovered that I like play accordion and guitar. I haven't managed to learn it yet, but I like to play some notes on both. In addition to discovering my love for car science, I had the opportunity to fix one together with my dad, and I really liked doing it, as well as a taste for design since I really like that they help people with their head, like a doctor, but without so much blood or death. In year 2021, the month of December, I received my first COVID Pfizer vaccine in Puebla. With this vaccine, I felt a little tired and with a little pain in my arm, but it didn't matter so much, knowing that after this it is very difficult after contracting this disease with a strong intensity. A month later, I returned for my second application. In 2021, I also started my high school at BUAP. This took a long process, but I still managed to complete it. Although due to pandemic, I began to study in the online model, and it was until February 2022 that for the first time I learned what the facilities of my high school. I meet new people who have become my friends. I really like the experience of this high school. I also like that for the first time in a long time I could leave home to study and live with more people. In August 2022, I started the first semester in high school, despite the fact that sometimes I feel that I would not be able to finish the second semester. I was also able to meet all my classmates. I'm still in this semester, so I promise I'll do my best to finish it. At the end of August, I met a person who become very special for me. At that moment, since she could become my friend, my girlfriend. I liked her way of being and also that we had many tastes in common. At that moment, I was very happy because she had been my first girlfriend. But just as not everything is forever, after a while with her, I felt more and more distant. But I always felt that she loved me. Despite that one, I discovered that she wanted to have two boyfriends, and I was one of them. To even thought I got very sad. I decided better to end this relationship because if I do everything to make someone feel loved, I think they should reciprocate in the same way. So I felt that then there could be someone better that if they love me. Now I am in exam season. Until today, I have already done two English and the history one. I feel that this semester is difficult but only in certain subjects. Since in English I think I will pass, but in history I don't think my grade will be good. But despite this, I will try to study better for the following exams. In the future, I would like to be a great grandfather. In addition to finishing a degree and existing it. Among the degrees that I am designing are dentistry, gastronomy, and mechanics. These are until today, since maybe tomorrow I will add some or subtract some. The one I am most determined for is dentistry. but I am considered the others because they are also according to my taste.